Welcome to the 3G Fitness Podcast,
where 3 generations of trainers come together to discuss all things fitness related.
Join us as we share insights, tips, and stories from our diverse experiences as we unravel the secrets of staying fit.
Welcome everybody to the 3G Fitness Podcast. I'm Coach Michael.
I'm Coach Cisco.
And I'm Coach Kael.
And today we're going to talk about feet. You know, feet are the foundation of the body. Mm-hmm. It's a shock absorber. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're talking about that kind of feet. All right. I got you, Michael. I got you.
Now, there are a lot of feet issues you can have. You got flat feet.
Well, I think that's the most common issue, right?
Yeah.
You got flat feet or arched feet.
that is one of the most common issues is flat feet.
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
Because I got flat feet, so
I got flat feet. What about you, Kyle?
I do as well, 100%.
Oh, wow. All 3 of us got flat feet.
I'd be wearing these types of shoes right here.
Dude, wow. Okay.
Along with that is what they call pronation, which means that your arch is either out or in. If it's out, your weight goes to your right, which means you wear out your shoes quicker. And when it's pretty much in, you do a lot of damage to your knees, your hip.
Yeah, pronation is when your feet caves in.
Oh, yeah, they cave inward.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's overpronation, underpronation.
Yeah. So
which is like a kinetic chain, right?
Right.
So like everything that happens from the bottom starts creeping up top. So if the foot caves in, the knees cave in, it adds issues to your hips.
Hip problems.
It can go all the way to the shoulders, everything.
My neck, my back, and my back.
Yes.
And called a shin splint, which is common amongst runners.
Yes.
And the other one is, I don't even know how to pronounce that, man. Do you know how to pronounce? You know how to pronounce that, don't you?
You know how to pronounce. What is it? Let me see.
Well,
Let me see.
How do you spell it?
Supercalifragilistic.
Your hip?
What runners get a lot with their feet, shin splints.
Oh, plantar fasciitis.
Plantar
fasciitis.
That is very painful.
For sure. Actually, my left foot has that too.
Yeah, that's very painful. And then obviously, gout, which is what I had.
But I don't think
that's touchy because Filipinos also are known for it.
It's a foot problem.
I know it's a foot problem, but I don't.
It's more caused by diet.
Yeah, I don't think gout's caused by performance. Because I think what we're trying to talk about feet with performance in general. So you got flat feet. What kind of exercises might be good for you? What kind of exercises might not be good for you as well too? Because
let's go back and kind of figure out like what the what the main issue is with flat feet.
Main issue?
Yeah.
I don't think there's really people that I've talked to have told me, I got flat feet.
It's with the arches.
I deal with it.
Yeah.
But
but the issue is like that.
Cause the knee problems and things like that, because of the weight you put down. An arch is like an absorber.
I was about to say, this arch kind of absorbs, the impact and whatnot.
So if you don't...
Yeah, but when you have flat feet, that just means that your arches are weak, so you have to strengthen those arches. And how you do that is like, there's stuff called toe yoga. Like you put a towel underneath your foot and start doing these different like movements for it.
Oh. Well, what got me was they said that working out barefooted.
That too.
Is something that helps with flat feet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Working out barefooted. I didn't even know that. I saw some people.
You never worked out barefooted?
Yeah. I saw some people working out barefooted, and I was like, man, I ain't putting.
But it makes sense, because my bad. Go ahead.
No, because I think that's a generational thing. Like, going back to it, right? I've never started working out barefooted until I tore my meniscus, which was about 4 years ago. Because I actually kind of thought like Michael. I was all like,
maybe it's
why are you going into the gym barefooted? You know how dirty that is?
Yeah.
But there's been a lot of studies that show
for sure
working out barefooted, you're gonna, especially if you're flat-footed, you are helping out those muscles that you lack and those sensory nerves that you lack compared to someone who has arched foot.
Better proprioception. It makes sense because shoes are very restrictive, right? And like our toes is like very important for our feet. When we wear our shoes, it gets constricted. And if it's like this, and you lack the mobility. So we have one trainer at the gym that always works out barefoot.
Yeah, it's because she's Hawaiian.
But anyway. I guess that too. I guess that's it. But she's a very functional person. Her toes be spreading all the way. Very functional.
That's very good though. It was very, and we've had her, Michaela. There you go.
Yeah.
We've already interviewed.
Okay, we can name drop.
We can name drop her. We've interviewed her. Michaela's always working out barefooted. And
that's what I say. I would see that. I see some other people working out barefoot. And I'm like, man, I taking my shoes off and working.
You've never tried it?
I wouldn't even want to.
I've squatted like with my shoes off, with my socks on, but never like real barefoot.
I don't like doing my socks because my socks are that sometimes I lose grip. I have done it barefooted. I don't go heavy though. Whenever I do squats barefooted, I don't go past 200 pounds. And that's one thing that I did to help myself recover from my torn meniscus. When I tore my meniscus, I didn't even realize how flat my feet were until the doctor told me. I stood on a sensor thing and they're like, dude, this is probably a reason why your feet are flat. And once you go heavier in weight, kind of like how Kael mentioned, our feet will pronate inward, thus my knee going in too. And then on the way up, pop, that's how I tore that bad boy.
Now, okay, you got flat feet, right? Don't you worry about Achilles problems when you're playing basketball? Because
I'm the one breaking ankles.
That's the cause of flat feet.
No, not really.
No, okay.
Not really.
Because Achilles injuries have been happening in basketball.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
I can't say because they're flat feet. I'm just,
You're right.
The movements seem very little.
For sure.
That they do.
For sure.
And they snap, boom, they pull it, So I was just wondering, because Achilles is the issue with flat feet.
Yes and no, but flat feet will cause other muscles to be overused when they're not supposed to be used to a certain extent. So I can kind of get what you're saying, because there's a lot of things too that would lead to it. But I feel like when it comes to your shock absorbers, there's also ways to kind of help it out. I always tell a lot of clients, find the proper shoes for your foot. You can either go to a place like, say, Snell's Place, Roadrunner, all these running places that will measure your feet out.
Yeah, well,
and they'll watch.
Look at your gait pattern.
Yes, they'll watch how you walk.
I went to an orthopedic, and they put my foot in like a phone, and I stood up on it, and it took the
measurement,
the
pressure point
shape, and they made an arch to fit that. Man, that hurt.
What hurt?
I put that arch into my shoe. I put my shoe on. Man, it was like nails, just
Really?
And then the orthopedic says, "Well, that's something you're going to have to get used to." But man, it hurt. It got to a point where I was like, "Man, I'd just rather have flat feet."
Well, think about it like this too. Your foot has been flat for like over 75 years. Now that you start putting these things into your shoes, you're forcing your foot to adjust.
Right. Yeah. After what?
It's going to be uncomfortable.
After 60-something years.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's why it is uncomfortable. But I would probably say your best practice would have been to keep it up. Maybe what I think the doctor or whoever gave you those orthopedics should have probably put you on a wearing schedule. For the first day, wear it for like 6 hours, take it off, let your feet recover. The next day, try 7 hours. Slowly build up to it because, it's just one of those things when I see you walk personally, it's like you do have a hard time walking.
He drags his foot. He drags his foot.
But I do.
You do.
And my wife says, "Hey, quit dragging your feet." I said, "My feet hurt."
Well, it's because you have flat feet. But then you also did tell us something too. You were telling me and Kael, there's a reason, like Mike has an amazing shoe collection. He has a lot of shoes. Like this, Mike, you got your own personal closet of just shoes,
I got about 60 pair of shoes. And the reason is
all Nikes.
My foot is pronated.
Majority Nikes.
And a lot of my weight goes to the right. So if I wear the same pair of shoes.
So under pronation.
Yeah. So your feet go outward.
And if I wear the shoe continuously, it starts to wear right about that heel part. And it starts looking like my foot is like this. So I wear a pair of shoes maybe once a week.
Yeah.
And maybe 2 weeks later.
Jeez.
So you're probably not using your big toe enough. Your big toe is like what's gonna kind of keep you.
Well, yeah,
I don't really use my,
big toe is like really important.
And because I had gout.
Balance for everything.
I had gout.
Oh, damn.
And that, it's like dropping a piano on your foot.
Oh, geez.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Yeah.
I've never had gout.
Oh,
I have other Filipino homies who have gout, but not me.
Well, and they probably tell you, it hurt.
Yeah. It gets swollen and everything.
Yeah, because it happened to me. I went to the doctor. He goes, "Oh, wow, man, I think you fractured your foot,
Oh,
and they took x-rays, and the doctor said, "Yeah, I don't see no fracture in your foot, man. I think you got gout. I'm like,
yeah.
So how long is this going to last? And said,
well, gout is a diet.
I'll give you some inflammation medication.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it should be gone in like maybe a week, you know. And I was like limping and stuff. I had one of those scooters where you push your...
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
That would have been dope to have a picture of.
Bro, Mike, you had a scooter where you put one knee and you just...
That's dope.
Do you still have that scooter?
He pulled up like, they see me.
Oh my God.
They hate it.
Can we get a picture of you in that one?
No, man, that never happened.
What did we put a bet? The Raiders and the Chargers this season. That's something we'll talk off camera. I think I got you. No,
I can't do that. No, that scooter was good, man, because from the bedroom to the living room, I slide without even, you know.
Slide.
I went a whole week.
So
what are some corrective practices then when you have these issues?
Yeah. So what would you find out that like when it comes to having flat feet, like kind of what are best ways to help out, or what exercises should you do, or
there's no really exercise you can do to correct flat feet.
Yeah, you can. I just said it. It was a towel. Towel stretches.
I mean, you can do toe raises and strengthen your ankle, strengthen your toes, and stuff like that.
Exactly.
But you are correct. You can't correct toe
spreading.
But you can help it.
You can help it. You can't correct it, but you can help it.
Toe spreading and toe scrunches, all that stuff. Yeah.
Don't believe the orthopedic when he tells you can get some arches. I mean, that's...
So that hurt. I've never. Did you? I mean,
because to me,
I've never. No.
To me, it's like you're forcing something to happen.
Yes.
To something that is not there.
That makes sense.
Yes,
that makes sense.
And that's the way I thought. You know, even I told him, I go, well, you're trying to tell me to put an arch into my foot when it's already flat. He goes, well, sometimes the bone will
kind of mold into it. Yeah, I can see that too.
So you wouldn't recommend an individual to get insoles on their shoes to help arch?
I mean, I don't know about an individual, but I know me.
You personally, you wouldn't do it?
No.
How long ago did you do that?
What's that?
Was that like pretty recent, like maybe 5 years ago?
No, that was probably 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay. Well,
you noticed me at the gym, and I was like walking gingerly on my feet, man. And people were asking me, hey, what happened? And
so that was hurting you.
It was hurting.
Well, yeah. You know, like I said, I think going back to it, you get to a certain point, maybe you've been flat-footed for a lot longer. You know, it's going to really be work.
I don't know if you can form a flat foot. I think
insoles maybe could be like a short-term fix, but if you really want that long-term fix, you'd have to really strengthen your arches yourself.
There's exercise.
You would have to, strengthen your foot, your toes, your your heel,
toe spacers.
Well, like I said, the only thing I found was working out barefooted, and like I said, that's just one thing that
that might have worked for me.
That too, but a lot of people, like if you tell them to spread their toes out, there's a lot of people that can't. So if you really can't, then you'd have to like really, put in the time to make sure you can spread your feet out. Maybe take a band and pull the toes out a little bit. Get toe spacers. I actually have toe spacers that I use here and there.
Yeah,
I'm used to toe spacers.
But at night, all you do is it's like a glove thing. There, you put it in between your toes, and it just spreads it out like that. And I just sleep with it.
Really?
Yeah, and then over time, it should kind of like open it up.
Oh.
Because all my life, dude, I was wearing Vans. And Vans, it's very narrow. Very narrow.
Vans and Chucks are long bad.
Chucks. Yeah. But, hey, it's a great fashion statement. It looks good, but
I think
but it definitely messes up my foot.
I think people take feet. They underestimate.
They do underestimate.
Because women, for instance, wear pumps. And they say pumps are really bad for your feet.
High heels? High heels? Wait, what's
pumps are
pumps.
High heels? Yeah. Oh, for sure, 100%.
Right. They say they're really bad for hookers, and then they get blisters and stuff. But it looks good.
Right.
Well, that's the thing is, like you said, even Kael, he's just said Vans and Chucks are probably not good. He's wearing Chucks right now for the fashion statement. A lot of us tend to wear what we like to wear for the looks,
right?
Not for the performance, And that's one thing that I always tell a lot of people. It's that like, hey, if you are constantly wearing pumps, stilettos or anything like that for business, and let's just say a woman works 8 hours a day, maybe 1 hour in traffic, like that's not going to be good for the foot long term.
I don't think it is. I don't wear pumps, but I'm just saying I don't think they.
That's crazy. Anyways, but you know what? So not too long ago, I invested in a pair of like barefoot shoes. There's this brand called Vivo Barefoots, and they have shoes that
Is that where like your
wider
toes?
toe boxes, right? And it's very minimal padding at the bottom. So you're basically flat, barefoot. Yeah, exactly. And what that is supposed to do is help restore your natural foot function.
I our client, he wears those where you got the toe pattern in there.
Yeah. Oh, like the glove shoes type of thing. That too, exactly. Where it's like it spreads out your toes.
Like, man, you should get a pair of these, man. These are like,
I don't think I can ever rock those, not gonna lie. They're really good for you functionally, but I don't think I can rock those because I also like
they're ugly.
Looking good.
See, once again, ladies, it's not just you. Here's two fellas right here talking about the shoes. No, they're ugly. I was like,
but Vivo Barefoots, I'm not sponsored, but hey, if you guys want to sponsor me. Anyways.
Well, it comes to the point, right? Are we wearing things for functionality or are we wearing things for looks, right?
Yeah.
Oh, some people wear shoes for looks, man.
Yeah.
Well, then let me ask you this. Okay,
yes.
I
all my life.
I can guarantee you your whole life you were wearing things for looks. You still do. You're a pretty fashionable kind of guy.
Yeah, I do.
But I mean, right now, you're a boomer. You're at that age bracket. When does functionality come to play for you?
It's not over style. It's not in the play now. I still wear a pair of shoes. I still wear shoes that hurt now. But they look good.
Oh my God, Michael Jeffrey Felcher. Why can't you get it right, dude?
That is James.
It's gonna be Jacob next time.
Oh, you know what I thought? That's another thing that can help flat feet or more so the plantar fasciitis is rolling your feet with a lacrosse ball. Because like the main issue with plantar fasciitis is the bottom of your feet gets tight. So what you can do is do some self-myofascial release with a lacrosse ball and just kind of massage the bottom of your feet.
That's a good
I've never had
adhesions.
Well, no, here's another thing too. Like he's never had plantar fasciitis.
No, I've never.
But you're not. Plantar fasciitis tend to kick in with a lot of runners.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Basketball players, anything like that.
Yeah.
Like maybe in your heyday when you were a running back, you probably could have had it, but you didn't.
No, I got shin splints.
You got shin splints, right?
Yeah, man.
That's another thing too. When you have flat feet, shin splints come into play. So it's one of those things where I like that one that you said with the lacrosse ball. Another one that I was told too that worked, and this was, like I said, my chiropractor gave me this one. I got a water bottle. I'm going to use this as an example. You put the water bottle in the freezer with water.
Oh.
Yeah, and then once it freezes up, because it's cold, boom, just roll over that and anything like that. So rolling over a frozen water bottle will help out with the plantar fasciitis because you kind of, And so I did try it. It felt good. And so I've never had.
What is that? Is that because like, if the foot is inflamed, it would help decrease the inflammation. Yeah.
So that's a good one too. And that's one where I've like shared that with several clients that I know go through plantar fasciitis or anything like that. And because that one was a new one to me, felt good. And I'm not gonna lie, like I always tell a lot of people, when it comes to correcting or improving, these imbalances that you have, you want to make sure you do what feels good. Always do that first. And then that way by little, like you. Obviously, you were wearing insoles. It wasn't feeling good. So you probably didn't keep going.
No.
But you're still all right, right? Have you been hurt since? Have you hurt anything in the lower extremities in the last 4 months?
I mean, other than I wear the wrong pair of shoes.
Yeah. And actually, I'll kind of be the devil's advocate here a little bit. But you also kind of want to do things that are not good or that doesn't feel good. For example, foam rolling your feet or like rolling your feet, it does not feel good. It can be for some people, but a lot of people, they can't tolerate the pain, but it's good for you.
Well, one thing I do is I get a ball, like a massage ball that you might put right here and roll here. I'll put it on the ground and I'll roll the bottom of my foot.
Kind of like how
like a foam.
What a great idea, Mike.
Where'd you hear that idea from?
A foam roller is...
Where'd you think of this idea? Where'd you think of this? You just thought about this right now?
Yeah, when he was talking about it.
Okay.
I'm like, I got a ball.
Okay. All right, thank you. Thank you for giving me credit.
I saw the ball, and I put it down, and I started rolling my foot, and I was like, that feels kind of
no, it does. It does, for sure. It helps break up the adhesions in your foot. Basically, yeah. Foam rolling is a self-plantar fasciitis.
You want a golf ball, you go golfing, too.
Yeah.
It's a golf ball.
I would do a golf ball, too.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, literally. But speaking of, you know what? Foam rolling should be our next topic of discussion next time.
It should be.
That's a good topic.
That's a great topic. I feel like that one is something that will help a lot of people learn or anything like that. So let's kind of wrap up this foot fetish that Michael Jacob Felcher had and wanted to talk about.
You know,
any any final words on like what feet and I mean, just give the audience the final thoughts.
Feet are important.
Yes, they are.
Okay, it's like Kael said, it's the kinetic chain, which leads all the way from the bottom of the absorber all the way up to the top.
Foundations. Yes.
So I mean, one of the ways of getting around it by having a lot of pair of shoes and wearing them differently, and then you don't have that foot problem, but you still have the foot problem.
Right.
But the real way of doing it is like
just
you
strengthening
said,
your feet
with a massage ball or a foam roller.
There you go.
Either one.
Again, you can do toe scrunches, put a towel if you're
toe raises.
Which
Achilles
you can
stretch
on YouTube and look up toe yoga, and then do those exercises.
And Achilles stretch, trying to stretch your Achilles and stuff. Those things will work.
Right.
So I think it's important that you take care of your feet.
Yeah. 1,000%.
Because it'll follow on up.
Right. Squats, if you feel like you're not hitting your depths in squats, maybe it's in your feet. Who knows? But yeah, make sure you take care of your feet.
There you go. I mean, take care of your feet, takes care of the rest of your body. Plain and simple. So you guys like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what shoes you wear to help out with any foot problems that you have. And then maybe we'll probably do an episode on shoes and Mike's and his pairs too, maybe. But we got to definitely talk about foam rolling this. So next episode will be definitely foam rolling. So I'm Coach Cisco.
I'm Coach Michael.
Coach Kael.
Catch you on the next episode.
Later.